Bareback Companion. Start it up. Light it up. Let's fucking do this.
Greetings, and welcome to the Post-Apopalypse podcast, the only podcast recorded in the future and sent back in time just for you. And in that future, that is the prime future. I am Profex Prime, and I can punch time.
I'm Russell 2. I'm the sequel where the fans got to put in a little bit more input, and the director got a little bit more creative freedom.
Okay. I'm feeling good about this intro.
I'm Zebulon Ape. I'm from the alternate universe inhabited by monkeys.
I really wanted you to say I'm Zebulon and the Cursed Child.
Damn it, that would have been perfect. Missed opportunity. That's okay. Well, hello everyone. How are y'all doing?
Welcome to the podcast.
Yes.
I'm Spiky and Sleeveless. Ah, damn it, that should have been my name.
Yes, that's exactly what
I keep coming up with all these good names.
Next time. Well, we are coming to you high off of COMICON.
Well, sort of. We do.
I'm high. If you're not, that's your fault.
Apologies for no podcast last week. We had a bunch of people kind of missing work. It was a once in a hopefully while that where we couldn't get a good combination of three people. So it happens sometimes. Sorry about that. We're gonna be making it up with it, other content, yada yada yada.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
But we are very hyped to be back. That gives us a lot to talk about in this particular show.
Yo.
I guess first start off, what was the most impressive thing that y'all got from Comic-Con?
Comic-Con never really impresses me.
Ever?
I just like there have been cool things there. Like, the Marvel, like the 10-year plan for Marvel is like, oh, cool, I'm hyped for that.
Okay.
I kind of just like it because it is a shotgun blast of announcements. And cool trailers. Probably the one that I like the most, which the grand scale isn't really that big. The Luke Cage trailer, and the decision that a lot of the episodes and soundtrack are going to be Wu-Tang themed.
Oh,
that's so good.
yes.
I love that together.
Yes.
I really want. I was talking. I want an episode called Old Dirty Bastard, and I want another episode called Bring the Ruckus.
I'm sure Bring the Ruckus.
Oh yeah, that's gotta be.
That absolutely has to happen.
Yeah.
The Cream episode's gonna be weird, but yeah. But
what's the name? What is the name of the "Oh Baby I Like It Raw"? I don't know the actual name of that song because I really want it to be "I Like It Raw."
I'll think of it. I'll think of it by the time we're done with this topic. Hopefully,
I want one episode to be called Brian Williams, the honorary member of the Wu-Tang. So
Marvel, I hope you're paying attention.
So yeah, that was probably like my favorite thing that I saw out of there. It was cool, and I like Luke Cage trailers. Why did he need that car door? He's invincible.
That was my immediate thought when I saw the tease.
He's invincible. They clearly show. I was like, oh, is he not bulletproof? Then they show him getting hit by bullets.
But he did use it to punch through the. Well, he
could have done that anyway.
He ripped off a fucking door to punch through another door. They just wanted the scene of him folding it around.
He did hit a guy with it.
He did.
I feel like this is what the Fox News coverage is.
Wow.
Black man rips off a car door and causes property damage.
Just cuz.
Maybe he was pretending not to be bulletproof.
To give him a chance, like Seabiscuit.
So, yeah, he folded the car door around somebody. This is our chance to shoot him. Oh no, it did not work. That was actually one of my favorites too, the Luke Cage trailer. But I'll go with my biggest surprise was the Legion trailer, which is about Professor Xavier's son. I don't know if they're going to go that route with the show itself.
Oh, there's a
you
show?
Didn't catch that?
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be on FX. And I remember when they announced it that they were doing it, and I was like, it's Fox. They fucked me so many times with these shows. By the way, they're
the Always
visual
Sunny
stuff.
Network.
I just watched X-Men Apocalypse.
Oh yeah, welcome. Finally, I think you're like 3 podcasts where you're like, yeah, I'm going to go see that this week.
I finally watched it, and it was so bad.
Wow, you're in the so bad camp.
Yeah, it was. My goodness, it was comical, and like I'd hope
to be fair, it is a comic movie.
Touché. When I saw the Nightcrawler scene before the movie, I had so many issues with it because it's a fence that he can't teleport through because it's electrified, and I was like, okay, maybe that's going to be like the worst issue I have with this movie. But just Nightcrawler's abilities changed so much in that fucking movie. Like his capabilities change.
I haven't
so much.
seen this
Now I
movie
can
yet.
fly.
I don't know what you're referring to,
Wait, who-
but the thing is, teleportation does not involve going through things.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Who did I see that with now?
Hunter, I think.
Did I see it with Hunter?
I think so.
I think so.
You know what's even worse? They frame his abilities in the movie with a phrase early. What are your powers? Oh, well, I can teleport wherever I can see, or it could be a place that I've already been. Did that resonate throughout the movie? No, it didn't.
Electricity ruined his ability to teleport?
Yes.
I can't see it.
So he's only useful in Antarctica?
A highly charged fence stopped him
Yo.
from teleporting.
Yo.
It also stopped Jean Grey from reading minds. Yeah.
But she could still cloak herself.
Yes.
So it wasn't like an anti-mutant field. I just remembered that.
Yeah. Helicopter. They just teleport in helicopter that he's never been in before, by the way, while it was moving. And suddenly she can't control people's minds in it, but she can still... Yeah, I didn't even think about that part. She can stop them from seeing them, but couldn't control their mind.
Damn. Okay, this got a little bit more downgraded in my mind.
Yeah.
I was so like neutral about this movie, and now I'm actually losing it because there's some cool parts, and then there's some. Admit the Magneto scenes are cool as shit.
That's the best part of the movie.
Best parts.
Best parts of the movie are anything that happens is Magneto related that is really good. Except, I mean, just propelling him into the story was really ham-fisted as shit. Like, he has a family that he loves, finally, and they're dead now. And now he's angry.
Well, that's how it all
Right
goes.
in the refrigerator with you.
Yeah, and Quicksilver. Oh my goodness. He is beyond Omega level in this movie, which, for those that don't know what that means, that's like the highest tier of mutant power. He saves hundreds of people in like less
And what the studio
than 2
demanded.
seconds. It was less than 2 seconds by the way that they filmed that scene.
What
How
a
far
save
did he
havoc.
go?
Was that
How far was he moving?
he was inside the mansion and he was going?
Oh, yeah, he
and
was
not,
saving
not
them.
only was he in the mansion, he was going in and out of the mansion and moving people.
It's a cool scene. Like those
It's
scenes are always
really,
cool.
really beautiful. But the thing is, he's doing all of this while an
While
explosion happens.
is come like from the base of the hope. Like they blew up Cerebro, and he's saving people while they're.
They
like,
made him faster than the Flash.
They made him faster than the Flash has ever been in his life. And that was the first
Oh, wow.
thing I tweeted when I saw it. I was like, he's faster than Flash or Quicksilver have ever been in fiction ever. And the DC writers write some really broken shit for
Well,
Flash.
I mean, the Flash can run back in time when he wants to.
This is true. But even he couldn't even do this. Like, necks would be broken at this point, like as fast as he was moving. But I'm sorry we're on.
Yeah, I was about to say while we're on the subject of Flash, let's go back to COMICON.
Yeah,
there was
so-
some not terrible things from DC.
The Justice League teaser trailer
Mm-hmm. How do you feel?
personally was too Avengers-y for me.
Really?
I know I understand what I want. It's not going to happen. I wanted a very Watchmen dark
Okay.
Justice League trailer.
That's
Yeah,
That's not the Justice
you
League.
you want Warner Brothers to play with fire.
but
Again.
we just watched Batman vs Superman. It was kind of teetering on the edge where it could go that route. It's
pretty
it wanted
shit.
to. It could have been darker if it wanted to, but
Get the
But
rated
that's
R Blu-ray.
exactly what everyone hated about it.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't think that's what.
And what people kind of hated about Watchmen, because most people hated Watchmen. I liked
I
Watchmen.
loved it.
I like Watchmen. I do too.
Yeah,
It was pretty good.
But most people hated Watchmen.
yeah. But the Flash was cool. Aquaman,
He's so quiet.
they're working overtime to make him awesome.
I was about to say they are working so like ever since like Justice League, like classic Aquaman just became the joke of every Robot Chicken and Family Guy, like everything Adult Swim actually makes. Everything that's on there, they made him such a joke. Like they have been trying so hard. Like they brought him back with the new Justice League. He's I don't know when it happened in the comics that he lost his hand and became a cool badass.
Like 94.
that
yeah.
wasn't that New 52?
No, like the first time he went crazy and went to be a fish hobo.
Oh, Okay.
Back in the early
And they're
90s
just
when he
trying to
lost
make
his
him-
shirt and got
They're
all
trying to make
edgy.
him the Thor of this.
That's
which
exactly
is,
what they're
yeah.
doing. And why was Bruce Wayne going and meeting all these people as Bruce Wayne?
You know,
Because he's trying to get him to trust him.
they are working hard on Aquaman, but they're not working as hard as they did when they first turned him into Crazy Fish Hobo. Let us not forget the scene where he did a brief monologue about humans are evolutionary diverged from fish and then gives a guy a seizure using fish powers.
What? Oh my god.
He did say the line.
That's like some
You can
fucking
talk to
bloodbender shit.
Yeah, he did say the corny ass line of "Heard you can talk to fish." They could have saved that. Batman, Bruce Wayne.
No, that's a fucking trailer line. That's that when people are that is an executive saying, "I'll make him say this so we can use it in the trailer." That is exactly what.
It's like, oh, you want us to use this joke that everyone in life has used in reference to Aquaman?
Yeah, but you gotta. It's the fucking DC fan base. You gotta fucking hit those low hanging fruit.
Yeah,
those
true.
low hanging fruit.
If he would have punched him in the face afterwards. Then...
Yeah. All right, maybe.
Wonder Woman trailer was great.
Oh, contention.
Eh.
I didn't think it was that good. I thought it was very, very. For someone running around in spandex, it was Saving Private Ryan.
True.
And I said actually I was with him when I was watching it, and I said, well, maybe I'm just being biased towards DC. Let me go back and let me watch because this doesn't seem like it was too different from Captain America's trailer. And immediately the first thing I noticed, Captain America's is way fucking brighter. I'm getting tired of that goddamn blue tint.
There's one very constant palette in that.
Yeah.
Thing.
And it's
I would like to know.
Gross. It's a gross, ugly fucking way for a movie to look. Okay, that's personal, but I think it's gross. And it is gross. I'm changing my opinion. It's a fact.
Honestly, it was a well-constructed trailer as far as cinematography and editing goes, but it was just boring. They didn't have good scenes in it.
It's
Chris Pine's in it. That's weird. It threw me off. I don't know why.
Well, he's the main character.
This a lot seems.
He's the main character?
It really does seem it's shifted focus
you saw the trailer.
From Wonder Woman. That does seem like he's
She's
featured a
secondary.
lot in that trailer.
At least for the first half hour of this movie, he's got to be the main character.
Not a fan of that so much. Cass is also very white. It was like noticeable as I was watching the trailer, considering when it takes place. Mostly understandable.
But you could at least have like the one like the Tuskegee Airmen or whatever. I don't know what
There's one black Amazon in the comics.
Oh, no, I mean like it's World War I. There were divisions. There were
But yeah, you could have put Nytheria in there.
I could have done something. But I like that. I like the fact that it's taking place in that time period. That's the first Wonder Woman movie that we're getting, and I would like for her movies to jump all over the place. Like, do not tie her films into the Justice League movie or the Batman stuff.
She's trying to kind of be the Captain America. Especially like if we're calling if we're calling 1-to-1s, because I feel like DC. I feel like if you're sitting in Warner Brothers Studios, you're looking at 1-to-1s. Like, okay, she's our Captain America.
Person out of time.
And then you're gonna see her through the ages. But she was kind of like a spy for a little while, right?
Yeah.
Which is kind of
she has that vibe.
Which is kind of like what Captain America 2 was.
Yeah.
So we have a period piece, and then we go forward, and then she's the newborn.
Oh, if they do that storyline, nobody's gonna like it.
No, I don't think.
Because that storyline was Wonder Woman somehow lost all her powers, and now she's a spy for 10 years.
Please don't do that.
Didn't they already cancel Agent Carter?
Oh, damn it. Oh. 1-to-1s.
So what else did we see?
She also wore a lot of bell bottoms during that period.
I mentioned the Legion trailer, but I do want to note it was very high quality, high production. It looked better than I expected it to look coming from Fox. And I mean that with the utmost shade possible. it looks impressive. I'm looking forward to it.
If it's on FX is where they put their high production stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, like what Hell on Wheels, The Fargo,
Axe Cop.
Best, yeah.
Yeah. So I have really high hope for that. I didn't expect to get an Iron Fist tease.
It's
cool.
very teasy.
Yeah, very teasy.
It's like, it's whatever.
It was less teasy than the Defenders trailer.
Loris has plenty of time to do Iron Fist now.
Nice.
All those pieces. Anyway.
What else? The Kong trailer was cool.
What?
Kong Skull Island.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw some of that on Facebook, and I was like, I am firmly in the camp of hating the new Godzilla, which I double-checked the other day, and it's got a 73% on Rotten Tomatoes, so I'm clearly in the minority, and I'm going to try to be quiet about that. I like how big Kong is. I do like that.
Yes.
The head of Toho Studios in Japan said it was his favorite Godzilla movie ever.
And he's wrong. He's wrong. He has a wrong opinion.
he's a wrong
He's a
person.
wrong. I'm
he does
hot
wrong
today.
things.
I'm hot this weekend.
He's Godzilla, man.
Yeah, fucking.
That's his job, is to be...
Yeah, Gojira is fucking beautiful.
Kong was like, yes, his size was incredible. Uh-oh, straight to the head.
Just splashed monster drink in my eye.
Oh no! We gotta get an eye wash. We need to go to the emergency room. He's turning into the Hulk!
The pink one.
The Hulk. The Simpsons joke's like, my bones, they hurt, but I'm drinking this grade A malt.
Guy Ritchie's King Arthur looks like it's going to be very, very fun.
I see it.
Dude.
I don't really care about fucking... I am actually... God damn it. You guys keep bring my opinions out. I am kind of done with, like, medieval period piece movies.
Who's Guy Ritchie?
I'm kind of done with medieval period piece movies.
I think a lot of people are, honestly.
I think, like, Game of Thrones is really, like, my only thing, and that's kind of just, like, a sexy fucking... It's almost... I mean, I'm almost going to call it not... like middle-aged fantasy, but it totally is. I just, it's a boring thing. Like ever since not Kevin Costner's, the newer Robin Hood. I think that's when I made my decision of like, I'm done with this.
I didn't watch that.
I
had
fucking
no
boring.
Like I wouldn't have interest in this unless it's Guy Ritchie, King Arthur. And once you see how the trailer's shot, you'll understand what I mean.
That Robin Hood was Ridley Scott.
Prometheus happened.
Yeah, after this was his fucking signal. Didn't he make? He used to fucking make great medieval shit. I never watched it, but he used to be the king of sci-fi and the king of fucking medieval shit. And like in 2 years, he's like, I want to destroy those titles.
No credibility anymore.
Yeah,
it's like a race to be M. Night Shyamalan. Yeah. Speaking of, he has an interesting movie that he just dropped a trailer for.
Oh fuck! I don't even. Go ahead. We can talk about it.
I want to ask a question.
Is it Avatar 2? Because that's confirmed.
I thought that was done.
Made a lot of money on fucking DVD. It made its shit back like twice over on DVD. I remember reading that shit.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
I don't know if they're keeping Shammy. I don't know if they're keeping the actors, but they've got the second movie.
I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the first.
Sorry.
And not go see it. So what do you think about Matt Damon being the guy to defend the Great Wall?
Hey, the Chinese want to make a movie where Matt Damon's their hero.
As a Chinese director.
It's an entirely Chinese-produced movie.
I was like, that's what they wanted.
This is the first major Chinese blockbuster. It's entirely owned.
The most expensive one out of China.
Wow.
You down?
I mean, yeah, I might be down. I always find it weird because Jason Bourne movies, I feel, appeal to the red states, and and Matt Damon is so fucking like liberal,
yeah.
And I feel like he just wants to fuck everyone. I think he's just like, fuck. I want to do a film with China, and I want to defend the Great Wall from invading forces. I want a big old metaphor.
He's fighting dragons. Big old red dragons.
Oh, probably. Fuck, that's pretty, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to watch it. I want to support China's Hollywood efforts. So, no. I just watched Jason Bourne. I do not want to support Damon anymore. Yeah.
Well, let's real quick, before we jump into that. COMICON, anything else? Anything else we want to talk about from COMICON?
Brian Azzarello verbally assaulting his audience.
What?
Oh, you don't know about the Killing Joke panel.
It did not go well.
So,
I mean,
did you see?
I've heard about it.
Yeah. So so that came up, and what you call?
Did they go at him for the first 30 minutes of that film? Like how bad it was?
What was the question? I'm gonna look it up on Kotaku because they had the whole transcript on there.
Yeah, basically, once it was revealed that the extra 30 minutes existed entirely to prove that Batgirl was useless in every single way, and she was just there for Batman to throw her away, one of the audience members asked why, I believe the question was why he was claiming to be empowering a female character by making her garbage, or something along those lines.
Yes. And he called the guys pussies.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, I haven't watched it yet, but I've read like
I saw like the GIF that Kotaku had up where it like shows Batgirl straddling and taking her clothes off on top of Batman. I'm like, okay.
yeah,
The
like,
portion where she's in her library at work, she's talking all about how there's this man she works with and she wants to have, but she can't have him.
But she becomes Batgirl exclusively
To sleep
get
with
his
Batman.
attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
that's
as
what
soon
I've heard.
as she has sex with Batman, she
Sucks.
gives up being Batman girl.
Really, I
Yeah.
didn't know that part.
No, she retires the second she has sex with Batman.
Then she gets shot and becomes a plot device.
What the fuck?
And he's like,
That's even. From what I read, it was so bad, but that
It's-
made it worse. I didn't think it could get worse. Well, I'm glad somebody actually said something to him.
and I think he's called not Kevin Costner, Kevin Conroy a pussy.
Probably.
If I'm right, like because Conroy was like, oh yeah, that is kind of, he was trying to please both sides, and the director called him a pussy.
At the freaking
On camera.
shit.
What are you trying to say, pussy?
Wow.
That direct quote.
Everything about this Killing Joke film has been a complete shit show.
Yeah. But it's got the title. It's a comic that everyone knows, whether it's good, whether people like it or not.
It's not good.
No, like when they announced that they were doing it, I was like legitimately surprised that you're making Killing Joke.
And if I can, like, because I don't really have a lot of knowledge of comics, I thought that was a good one. I had never read it.
It's not
But
good.
it's-
It's just famous.
Exactly. It's like super famous. I'm like, oh, is that like one of the good ones? And I feel bad because they're pointing directly at me. It's like, he knows what it is. He buys loot crates.
Yeah. This legitimately
episode's sponsored by
legitimately famous
Crate.
for the joke itself, not the entirety of the story. Like the
wrote it?
collective story. Is
Alan Moore.
That's right.
And he doesn't like it either.
Yeah, he does.
He don't like anything.
Yeah.
Well, normally he's okay with his work. It's
Right.
the movies he doesn't like. He doesn't like this comic.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
feel
I'm
about
sure
this
he-
movie?
I don't know if he's
sure
seen it
he's
yet.
just as surprised as us. Like,
If anybody
they
shows
made
him
it
this
worse.
movie, he's probably going to go nuts and try to destroy them
Yeah,
with his wizard powers.
I'm down for that.
He's not a wizard. He's just a hobo.
Same thing.
One thing I would like to note was missing from the event and is becoming more of an issue afterwards is a direct connection between the TV shows and the film when it comes to Marvel's universe.
That's never going to happen.
They are trying to backpedal and say that their little catchphrase, it's all connected, just meant that it was connected stylistically.
No, it's all in the same universe canonologically. It just, they're never going to cross over.
Yeah.
Maybe Netflix and TV, but never movies.
That's trash. Because it's like, you took a character from the film, based a TV show on him, had Sam Jackson make an appearance in that show, took a Thor character from the film, put them in that show. Why not go the other way? Like it's I
I
understand.
feel like it's
scheduling.
more money to put TV onto. Well, Samuel Jackson's been doing
It's in the
credit card
TV.
Commercials.
It's in the TV characters' contracts already.
Oh, is it that
Yes.
they have to do films?
Yeah, if they are called upon to be in the films, it's already there. Charlie Cox talked about that.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're saving it. Maybe that's their auxiliary plan for when they have to start killing these characters, or when when characters start saying like, "I love money, but I'm really tired of being Captain America," which I don't think Chris Evans will say for a while.
No, he'll take a Robert Downey Jr. deal at least. Like no more solo movies. Just be.
I don't know if Marvel will let anyone else get away with a Robert Downey Jr. deal.
Not at that price. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause he's totally eating off Marvel right now. But anything else?
Well, there's a new Suicide Squad trailer that I'm gonna go see it, and I hope it's good. I'm realizing that I've been talking a lot of bad shit about DC, and I don't want to just be like an anti-DC person. I just want them to make better movies.
They said The Flash was going to be in it.
Did they say that?
What?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
We have no idea
Actually.
what part he plays, but he's going to be in there somewhere.
Oh, he's in every scene, actually, running in the background. You seem mad. Are you happy?
No.
Okay, I
It's just security camera footage.
Like you have a big enough cast as is. I was already hesitant about Joker being in it and Batman being in it, and now Flash is in it. Like, fucking stop, please. He wasn't even cast until halfway through their filming.
The only reason we know
Reshoots.
he's in it is because of the press docket.
Remember, there were reshoots.
Yeah, I know. I
3
hated
months back,
those.
2 months back.
I hated the idea of those, that they
Yeah.
were making it more fun.
No,
Most movies go through reshoots. That's
Yeah.
not an
But
uncommon
the,
thing.
but the reasoning.
Well, that was debated by the director. He said that that's not what they did. I mean, but at the same time, I mean, I rewatched the trailer again. That first one is so fucking serious, and the rest
Yeah.
of them are so fun and bouncy because
Yeah.
Deadpool did well.
I don't think it's because Deadpool did well. I think it's because Batman vs Superman didn't do what they thought it would.
Oh, yeah. I want it to be good. I don't think it will be, and I would love to. I didn't think Iron Man 1 was gonna be good. I mean, I
Have
was
you been
younger,
reading
dumber
all
back
the
then, but
reports
still.
about how psychotic it is on that set?
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
That stuff actually kept me hyped for it.
Yeah. Marissa was talking about how.
Jared Leto.
Yeah, Jared Leto was just being like a fucking loon, and they actually might need to lock him up because he's being the Joker right now.
Yeah.
Like it's.
He's not, though. Have you read his interviews?
What is he doing?
Well, so there was I don't remember who was interviewing him, but they were asking, okay, well, you've been doing all this crazy stuff like the Joker, and he says, yeah, I'm just trying to be, you know what the Joker would probably do if you tried to interview him like this? He'd cut off your testicles and make you eat them. That's not the Joker, that's a maniac.
Yeah, that's not the Joker.
Oh God! So he's got the wrong idea. Good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No, he's just being an absolute psychopath. Probably because he is.
And you know what? The fuck boys are gonna fucking see that and be like, "That's the Joker we've never had a Joker that's psychotic." Okay, Joker's always supposed to be just a chaos agent. I'm 17 and I know everything about the Joker. I know that the classic films, The Dark Knight, did their own thing.
And did you watch
But those
The
are
Killing
so
Joke?
old.
They can do their own thing. The Joker comes from 1941, thank you very much. I'll show them how many boners the Joker can make.
Oh no!
This is gonna be so bad. I had faith that Suicide Squad was gonna be better than Batman vs Superman before I watched Batman vs Superman. I am hoping that is still the case.
I'm
Pretty
sure it
well
will
marked.
be.
And remember, I'm the guy that didn't hate Batman vs Superman as much as the rest of them.
No, I'm sure Suicide Squad will be better. The question is by what degree.
Oh my goodness, man.
All right.
Also, the matching tattoos the cast got.
What?
Yeah, Squad, SKWAD, everybody but Will Smith.
I was about to say Will Smith didn't do
Yeah,
that
he's
body.
not doing
The
that.
fun part is he was actually giving some of the tattoos, and he still managed to talk his way out of getting one.
Of course he did. He's a fucking adult. He's the adult on set.
I'm gonna have
Everyone else
other-
is a bunch of people that have. Margot Robbie has been in one good movie.
It was her tattoo gun. She brought it.
Yup. She's like, yeah, no, let's sign our blood pact on this shit. Will Smith is the professional out of all, say what you want about it, maybe his declining movies, but for 20 years now, Will Smith has been 25 years if you count all the way back to Fresh Prince. He's been the guy that we all know and love.
Yep.
Consistently.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna get a fucking tattoo. I've got 2 kids that are adults with hit singles.
And even if I did get a tattoo, it wouldn't be for this movie.
Yeah, he'd have an After Earth tattoo before you had Just saying.
Okay. So with that, anyone else got any peeps up from Comic-Con that you heard about that you want to talk about? I mean, we really only talked about Marvel and DC and kind of Skull Island. Oh, we talked about some other
Yeah, it
things.
came out there and all that.
Yeah. Was there any video game news? Game of Thrones news? I feel like there was game news that I completely...
Telltale Batman they talked about.
No more DC.
But I mean, you asked gaming.
Yeah, no, they did.
I mean, what else would it be at this point?
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. There was Walking Dead panel, and I watched the trailer, and I'm glad they did the trailer like they did because I was like, when I saw the video, I was like, this is a long trailer. This is gonna be tough to do a whole trailer and not show any of the people that could possibly be dead without giving it away. But they actually did a really good job of doing that because like the beginning is a montage of all of those people in the past episodes, and then completely new characters throughout the rest of the trailer. So they did a good job there. What else did they show? I don't know. I think I kind of, like you said, it was kind of a shotgun of information. I think I kind of tuned out once I started getting everything at once. So I don't know what else they talked about at all.
Oh, actually, cool. I guessed really well on my fucking page on Game Informer because I got right there. Oh, fuck! Brie Larson.
Yes, she is Captain Marvel. Yes.
I
like
am
her.
100%. She is. You watch Trainwreck?
Nope. First movie I saw from her was
Scott Pilgrim.
No.
She's in Scott Pilgrim. She's Indiana.
Well, I didn't. Okay, so
She's
yes, technically that would be the first that I saw, but it was
Breaking
another
News.
one that was more independent.
Oh, damn it! What's the game? What's the movie with Jonah Hill and not Mark Wahlberg?
Nope. Not that one either.
Channing Tatum. That's his name. Some guns out.
21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street. She's in that.
Yeah. No, it wasn't that.
21 Not Jump Street, because that's a Johnny Depp TV show. Thank you very much.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. No.
Short term 12. Short term 12.
Yeah. No, but in Trainwreck, she was. It's weird because she's not like overtly like sexual, but she is so hot. I don't know what it is, but she's just like, oh my god, yeah. Oh yes. That's you are fantastic.
Yeah, I'm excited to see her in that role. Like a lot of other people that I saw, at least on Twitter, I expected them to cast someone a bit older for Captain Marvel, but I guess she was like one of the few people that I'd be totally okay with.
I mean, Captain Marvel recently got a pretty radical makeover as far as her appearance goes, and she does look a lot younger than when she was wearing the Warbird suit.
It depends on what that suit, yes. But for a lot of the things that I'm reading, which mainly I'm reading Ultimates, she's still older in that. And that's that remake, which was kind of made popular by, what is the writer's name? Kelly Sue DeConnick. Mm-hmm. That's the style I thought they were going to go for. Right. Because I thought they were going to... I know that there was a time where they were considering just having Captain Marvel be an existing superhero already. Yeah. That's already established, which is why I thought that age would fit. But they're going a younger one, so we're going to get another origin story.
I really hope we get the version with the Mohawk.
I hope so, too, actually. I really hope we do. So this is going to be interesting. I'm excited for her to have that opportunity in the Marvel Connected universe. Not fucking connected.
Connected.
It's all connected by money. But yeah, I'm excited for it. That's going to be pretty cool.
I guess we could talk a little bit about actual comic stuff since it was COMICON.
We can.
We can, yeah. Bruce Banner's dead.
Damn, right into it. Yes, Bruce Banner is dead. And I totally...
But the other guy spits the bullet out.
Well, in his defense, it was not a bullet. It was an arrow.
Yeah, Hawkeye killed him.
He made specifically to kill himself in case he loses control.
Alright.
But he wasn't hulking. He was just being a normal dude.
Yeah. And they made him mad. They made him mad.
Alright.
Yeah. They made him angry by assuming, and Hawkeye got trigger happy.
Triggered him.
I have better eyes than all of you. I could see the green. He was about to change. He's been cured for 8 months.
Yeah. No Hulk outs whatsoever. But yeah, the Civil War storyline, I hated. Still hate the idea that they're even doing it. This could have been something completely different, but they had to cash in on
it. It wasn't good the first time. It's not good the second.
It had moments in the first time, but it was way too long. Which a lot of the Marvel events are getting to that point. I
actually really liked it when I first read it, but rereading it, it doesn't hold up the way I think it should.
I'm not going to reread it because I don't want to break that image. But like this one, I read the first issue. I was like, oh, I read 0. I was like, oh, this is going to be so bad. Read the first issue. It's just so bad. Second issue, I actually skipped, and then I heard about what happened in the third. And I was like, all right, let me go read it. And that, I was like, all right, well, I'll keep reading. And then I realized it's going to be like, what, 9 issues, 7 issues? And this is going to piss me off just like X-Men versus Avengers. It did not need to be that fucking long.
Also, I'm pretty sure She-Hulk is going to kill everybody.
Yeah, she didn't look too happy at all. And like...
Shulk's going to kill everybody.
I was kind of surprised that Hawkeye got off. But if you read the solicitations, you knew he was going to get off anyway. But...
I'm just saying the future vision was a Hulk killing everybody.
But then we also find out, if you've read the new issue, that there was a 4% chance he was right. Like, fuck.
Well, now there's a lot more.
Yeah. It's...
Don't worry, there will be more people being killed. That's just my David Bowie.
Yeah, this whole Civil War thing, wrap it up.
Yeah.
But Ultimates, I'm still enjoying that. It's really good. Black Panther by Ta-Nehisi Coates. I think that's his name. It just finished its first story arc in the 4th issue. It's very wordy.
He tends to be, yeah.
Yeah, it's very wordy, but he is doing some really significant world building with Wakanda that, for as long as Black Panther's been around, had not been done whatsoever. So.
I'm pretty sure the only time Panther hasn't been wordy was back in the 70s when he was invented.
Yeah.
Back then it was just, I'm the king, you can't come in.
Exactly. But, yeah.
I'm the captain. Hey, look at me. I am the captain now.
But Black Panther's good. I'm still reading Bitch Planet. Bitch Planet's great.
Always.
Invincible just hit me with a curveball. I don't know if you read Invincible.
I haven't been keeping up with that for the past couple years.
Yeah. One of the darker moments from the whole run kind of has come full circle in this recent issue.
Honestly, I got a little fed up with it.
Really?
Okay, he's gonna fight some dudes and get stronger. Oh no, something horrible and extremely gory is gonna happen. Now he's gonna go to space and heal. Now he's gonna fight some dudes. It's Dragon Ball Z.
Well, the dark...
Wait, it's Dragon Ball Z?
Well, I don't think Dragon Ball Z had rape, though.
Point.
Well, if you knew the rumor that Goten isn't actually Goku's child, Yamcha used magic to cover up his scars. These are rumors I heard in middle school from the kids that watched the DVD. They watched the Japanese release.
Wolfang Fist has a different meaning. Sorry, I ruined it for you. You started this. Yeah, embrace that. So,
What if Poir just turned into Goku?
what?
Poir just turned into Goku
Hi.
to have sex with Chi-Chi. I thought we established that.
I'm pretty sure that would be the other guy, the pig guy.
No, you only do for 5 minutes. She's like, wow, that's twice as long. I'm somewhere. I don't know. It's not here, but I'm somewhere.
Change subjects before I get into how bad a father Goku is.
Oh my gosh.
don't. It's bad.
Dragon Ball Z Abridged hits the fucking nail on the head so well. I fucking love that about them.
I also hate what they did with Gohan at every point.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I liked it when they disarmed him in Future.
Great. Say it, man.
They always...
Yeah.
I'm moving in some news that you guys want to...
They put the whole fucking Ginyu Force into him, basically. Yes, let's get into some news. The NX leak.
Oh,
Go into that.
Yeah, let's talk about it. You talk about it.
Okay, so the NX information is leaked, which that's all we have to go by because Nintendo will not talk about it. But the rumor is that it is a mobile device, mainly, that has an in-home docking feature. But it is specifically for mobile experiences, and it has 2 controllers that can be detached from the device for multiplayer on it. But this plays into, I think I mentioned it on this podcast as well the last time we did it. I would have liked Nintendo to abandon the home console market. And it seems like, for the most part, that is what they're doing. If this is true. If it's true.
I don't want it to be true. It looks neat. It also looks super dumb.
I'm hoping that the concept shit that they had is just like old, like old concept. Like we improved it. Like this is just the idea.
Like fucking battering controllers that didn't ever come out.
Well, I mean, especially because you saw if that concept is right, then the controllers are a Wiimote in each hand.
Yeah,
we need to move past the Wiimote.
we do.
No, we struck gold with the Wiimotes. No. What do you do when you struck gold? You tap it until you're grabbing and you just hit, you're getting up dirt and you're serving it as gold.
Yeah, see, it's not a Wiimote and a nunchuck anymore. It's just 2 Wiimotes.
It's like, hey, we had the Wii, then we had the Wii U, but we understand what we fucked up with the Wii U. This one is now the Wii 2, because you like the Wii. It's the second time.
Yeah.
2 controllers, Wii 2.
As far as the mobile capabilities, I mean, when I worked at Best Buy, I mean, that was people, I mean, that, and I remember that was also kind of some reports about it. That everyone kept asking, like, oh, it's the Wii U, like, it's a portable version of my Wii. No, that's not what it was.
Well,
but enough people were...
Kind of. If you have an electrical plug.
Hey, look, their marketing was really shitty for this thing.
Yes,
but
it was.
I think maybe they're taking that marketing and then just going like, well, people were asking about it.
They were
like they wanted it. Yeah, so it's.
I mean, if it can run real games, I'd be happy to have it. I just hope the controls are better than they look.
What's a real game?
Well, wait. If it can run real games longer than 30 minutes.
Point.
Because this is supposed to be near the power of a home console on a portable device.
Mm-hmm. It does run on a Tegra chip.
I don't understand the significance of that.
About 2 years ago, the Tegra chip was really good high-end computer chips. It's theorized that this is the next generation, the Tegra 2.
Was the Tegra used in
PC gaming?
Was it ever used in any other mobile devices?
Not that I'm aware of.
Like a shield or something? Is that what you're trying to
Yeah,
think
that's what I was trying to think that it may have been used in something.
Or what was that? What was that portable tablet that was supposed to be able to hook games up?
Wasn't that Shield?
Was that a shield? No, the shield was maybe. Actually, I don't remember.
Yeah.
All these fucking
These things.
these third-party bullshits.
I like the idea. I'm having trouble imagining them making this work with the technology that we have now.
Mm-hmm.
That is my only issue. Like, how is this going to function? Because if you want to make it that portable experience, it can't be just, even the fucking Wii U gamepad doesn't even last that long if you're playing.
Maybe an hour and a half if you get a good charge.
Right, yeah, and I'm like,
Well, I don't know. Maybe they improved that in later models. I got the first.
yeah, like it can't be, it's portable because you can pick it up and walk around your house, but be near that dock or you're fucked. Like it needs to be legitimately portable.
Play it on an airplane.
It's just gotta last.
Well, because
How many flights are
they got plugs on
30
an airplane,
minutes?
so-
That's also true. Most flights.
True.
Yeah.
Can you put it on a boat?
I just don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
You can play it on a train. You can play it in the rain, but don't.
please do not, or you're
For 20
dying.
to 30 minutes,
But
which means 15.
it makes you think of other things because with the leak, apparently they're going to be going a cartridge route, which, no matter how you feel about that, that is going to put them in a unique position with third-party developers too.
Mm-hmm.
That's a completely different process that they're going to have to do. Also, they can't bullshit and wait for a day one patch, as I imagine it. They can't go that route if they're doing cartridges now. So developers are going to have to step their shit up.
I feel like with this, they're going to be a lot more reliant on digital purchase. I mean,
Think so?
yes, I think the cartridge will
That
be
is
a
a good
thing,
point.
but
That's a good
If
point.
you were to look at this, if we were to take out the cartridge bit of this out of that leak, then you'd be like, yes, this is clearly going to be a more digital platform. I mean, even the Wii U is trying its damnedest. I mean, if you remember, kind of the same way the 360 and the PS3 at the end of their life. I remember it being a big deal. I forgot that it was a big deal that the last 2 years of the PlayStation and Xbox 360, they're like, everything that comes on retail is now online.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
I forgot that was a big deal. And, the Wii U's kind of doing the same thing, where I think you can get every single title now.
given that this is supposed to be a sort of handheld console hybrid, I would theorize that the games for this would probably be digital download and that the cartridge might be so you can play 3DS games.
Maybe.
That could be true, but then you also have to think of storage, because when it was kind of hinted at way back that they were possibly going cartridge route, it was for storage purposes, to be on that cartridge as opposed to on that device. But if it's going to be digital, they're going to need a pretty stout hard drive. Even though we all understand that Nintendo's games aren't going to be as storage intense as a lot of the games that come out on PlayStation or Xbox One at this point.
Master Chief Collection.
Buggy as shit too, at launch, and it's just I don't know. Like maybe there could be a weird situation where only first party games are cartridge, everything else is digital download. I don't know. Make it easier for the third party developers, but
Right.
I don't know. It's really interesting. I can understand them being very quiet about this.
Nintendo's going to go back. I don't think Nintendo has the capital to do this anymore. Well, maybe after Pokemon Go.
3DS, man.
No, the capital to do this. They're just going to do it where, like in the old days, they would, regardless of whether they were going to be sold or not, they would just buy 500,000 copies of a cartridge from a company, and then that's what we just made that money. It was just, and then if they wanted more, we'd sell them another 500,000 copies. So we're just going to do it that way now.
Word. But what do y'all think about this potential NX?
God, I just.
There are neat ideas in it, but I don't like it, and I don't trust the leak because this would be the third fake leak we've had so far.
That too.
I think it's just I'm excited about it because it lines up with what I hoped it would be.
I don't want Nintendo in the console space anymore. I want them to be
Home console.
Yeah, well, I want them to
Or
be,
just in general.
I want them to be Ubisoft. I want them to be a third-party developer for other systems. And
I think
Ubisoft makes their own. Hey, Ubisoft has their own digital distribution. You know, with Uplay, it sucks. I hate it, but
It's so bad.
it's so bad. Ubisoft has its own, mobile. They put out a lot of mobile games. They have their own revenue. Ubisoft is still trying to be taken over by Vivendi, just like I feel is the best future for Nintendo. I really just as a strong developer.
I think they would set themselves on fire before they did that.
I know, and that sucks.
You have to the thing is
consultants, like technology consultants, because if was that in the fake leak where like they were all going to link up and empower themselves? Is that a fake thing also?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, well then fuck it. So they have no new ideas.
We don't know what ideas they have. They won't tell us.
Yeah, for a console.
And it's getting really close. Yeah, I was about to say
they're supposed to announce it in August, but they don't say when in August. Maybe the 30th.
August 2017.
Could be tomorrow.
You'll get the end of Marvel before you get the NX.
It's all connected.
What's
The NX is the main villain of Infinity War.
I knew it.
That's
we have to wait
that's
Infinity.
why it's not Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2 anymore. It's Infinity War and NX.
And then Infinity War, you can take it anywhere you want and watch it 20 minutes at a time.
My goodness.
I'm almost having a hard time finding an opinion on this because I need some fucking information. Yeah. I really do need more about this. I don't need fucking cloak and dagger bullshit. Nintendo needs to open themselves up a little bit. Nintendo's being...
Nintendo.
They're being Nintendo. That's definitely the best way to put it.
Yeah.
They're being Super Nintendo about this. You got anything to add, Zeb?
I don't know. Not really, no. I don't like this thing. I hope this thing isn't the thing, but I've been wrong in the past. Maybe it'll be great.
While I'm not at Nintendo, let's talk about Pokemon Go.
Okay. Okay.
Still broken.
Yeah.
It's broken worse than it used to be.
Kind of, yeah, absolutely.
It's like they've embraced...
It's a refusal to fix.
Yeah, it's like they embrace the brokenness. Like,
yeah.
Oh, this is broken, then we're just going to make it not exist anymore.
The fact that Pokevision got a cease and desist has royally pissed
We
me
don't
off.
know that for sure.
They can't say it.
What Pokevision put out on their Twitter is we are respecting the wishes of Nintendo and Niantic.
Yeah.
That just happens to line up with them ceasing and desisting.
Yeah. And that's also like right after a weekend, an interview last week where they talked about how they did not like apps like that, and that in the future we may see more action regarding those kind of programs and apps. It's within their right, but when a company is refusing to fix a problem, they're not going to let the fans do it, and they just like, well, no, it's just a problem you deal with. That is complete and utter horseshit. I cannot stand that. Pokevision wasn't monetized. They had a donation button, and that's it. And they honestly, it felt like they were doing this for the love of the fucking game. They violated terms of service. They're within their right. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
It is Niantic and Nintendo's property, and they were breaking into the code. Yes. But this came out of a need that they refused to fix. The fact that now I can't, and now they said like, no, we don't even want you to track them now. I'm kind of done with Pokemon Go at this point. I was already kind of petering, and honestly, what is it? Pokevision allowed me to kind of get back into it a little bit. I'm like, okay, cool, I can look around for some stuff now. But the fact that now I can't track them, that's bullshit. That seems like a main part of the fucking game.
It is. I'm also really unhappy that the patch removed battery saver mode for whatever bizarre reason.
Yeah, I noticed that today when I went walking to play it.
Yeah.
I don't understand how they can't understand that this is like really gonna kill their momentum. They were on
There
a
was
stack of gold bricks.
A huge amount of people have already managed to get refunds for the purchases they put into the app. They're submitting them through iTunes and claiming it as a problematic purchase, and iTunes will refund them.
That's what it is.
it's at this point, the fact that now they're being very, very joyless about the whole thing. It is really, this is the outrage I think we should have had when the product came out as broken as it was. And we were understanding, we could get through some of it, and the parts that were there were still really fun. And now they're taking away the parts that were really fun.
But but the thing is, I understand why we weren't like that though, because the assumption is this will be fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, like these server issues, overloaded, ton of people, more than you expected. Understandable. Gonna be
Servers are
fixed.
fine now.
Yeah,
I have not had a problem in a while.
right. But to have this issue, this particular thing, where your feature doesn't work, and the thing that people depend on, either by the best standards they're using it because that feature didn't work, or they just wanted to kind of cheat the system and find out where things are.
Right.
Take that away at the same time that you just completely scrap that particular feature instead of fixing it. That's just a double whammy of fuck all of you.
A major part of the problem is that they're still trying to work on worldwide release. In fact, earlier today, the Twitter account of the head of Niantic got hacked by a pro-Pokemon Go Brazilian person who spent 4 hours spamming that Twitter with Pokemon Go in Brazil now.
Damn.
Niantic doesn't want to get Zika.
That's fucked up.
So yeah, I think they're focusing right now on trying to get it out everywhere before they fix it, which is really not what they should be doing, but
I mean, they got it out in the most major places. Like I'm gonna throw Brazil under the bus right now, but it came out in Japan, it came out in most Asian countries, it came out in Europe, it came out in the biggest places.
as I understand it, it's all of South America, not just Brazil.
You know what? All of South America gets screwed over a lot of times. Move. No. If you want better games, move away from South America. It's
just of the two evils, I feel like this is the dumbest one.
Yeah.
Like, instead of being like, all right, let's hold off on continuing the worldwide release until we fix these issues,
Yeah.
they just fucking go dead in the water and then cut off these extra people.
Yeah.
What's worse to me is not that the thing is broken, but that they don't tell us anything.
Yeah.
They're just stone-faced.
And they, especially since they decided, I'm just going to take away the feature that there was a chart that said like that when people started dropping off, or when Pokemon Go hit its peak, was the day before that 3-step glitch like occurred.
Mhm.
So clearly people were enjoying that. I don't know if it's. I believe we talked about it in the car, and you said, well, maybe they're getting rid of that tracking so that you
People stop walking.
People
in the
will stop walking into private places.
But that would mean that they would have to change the feature entirely and
Yeah,
explain that. Like,
there's got to
if
be
you just-
something new coming, but they haven't told us that.
Yeah, because like the only way my idea works is like, all right, so instead of going in a random direction, just these are the Pokemon in your area. If you walk a certain length, you'll be able to collect these Pokemon. But they haven't told us that. As it stands, you're just operating the same way it was before. It's just you don't know if this is close or not at this point.
No, what you're supposed to do is get all the Pokemon near you. Then what about that gym battle system? I swear to God, it's coming to me in this. Remember, they said a long time ago it's not about catching the Pokemon, where their fucking camp is.
They said at COMICON the game's about 10% done.
Yeah.
Which, I don't
This is a
know,
step
maybe shoot for
backwards.
20 before you release?
Yeah, like, hey, let's...
That's not a
It's-
plan.
Yeah. And the fact that and also the ridiculous amount of XP that you need to get to like level 30.
That's always how it is in RPGs. Don't complain about that.
No, this is a lot of this, especially since like we're starting to hit the major parts of the in-app purchase model where I can't get Great Balls or anything like that. I have to grind on Weedles, Pidgeys, and fucking Caterpies. And data mining proved that as you get higher level, it is harder. Your chances to catch Pokemon go down. And then they give you less options to buy fucking good balls. You have to be fucking Pokestopping constantly. Some
I'm an
people don't.
MMO player, so this is like...
I mean, to hit level 20 in Dungeons and Dragons, you need 500,000 experience points.
Play that for that's.
you
You don't have to buy anything for that shit. Once you have your character, you just fucking put your shit together.
That takes 3 years, man.
Yeah, it's sad.
Assuming you play once a week.
But I hate to see...
Niantic is being so they're being too secretive. Like,
Yes.
I kind of liked that they took a little bit of an NES approach to this, where it was, hints and rumors and data, But the fact is, like, we're having to data mine and still not be fucking told about shit.
They didn't tell us there were region-exclusive Pokemon.
Yeah, they did not. They didn't tell us...
They didn't tell us there's no such thing as Ditto.
They didn't tell us... they still haven't said anything about legendaries, which you can maybe keep that on the app. You can at least say...
That's another thing they're
something's
probably going to want to wait until worldwide release for.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I understand that, but they should. That's something. Say that.
They
Like
didn't,
that.
they didn't
that
tell us
would
there were
make
going to be
perfect
great balls
sense.
and ultra balls in this. They didn't
Yeah,
tell
they
us
didn't
what
do it.
levels you get what.
I
This
mean,
is
they
all
announced
something-
the release like 2 days before it happened.
They didn't tell us. It's just they're not telling us anything, and it's at the point where I'm now getting pissed off. I'm having to search through fucking game. Like it's there have been cool little secrets and things like that. Like the Pikachu and the fucking naming evolutions. That's neat, but you need to tell us something. You need to sit us down and tell us these are the rules of our game. And the fact that they didn't tell us about, like, oh yeah, no, Pokemon have stab. There are base attacks and things like that. I feel like that's something that's stuff you could have fucking told us in the press release, like trying to get us hyped for it.
People don't like tutorials anymore. Haven't you seen people complaining?
I don't need a tutorial.
Use a website.
I don't need give us a series of interviews.
That's why people like Dark Souls so much, is because it doesn't tell you how to play.
You
Know what? I will say that the Dark Soul community and the Pokemon Go, like the mobile community, are fairly separate. I understand there will be overlap, but they go to two different experiences for two different things. Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's
True that.
I don't know. This Pokemon Go pissed me off. Although I will say they gave my team, our team, the best gym leader.
Yes,
She's
they did.
the hottest. She's the only person of color. She's a woman. God, Candella's so fucking hot.
I'm just happy I'm not Team Instinct.
Oh my god, they are ripping that dude apart. It's so fucking perfect. Like, I was like, oh, maybe their gym leader will be something cool. Do you think, actually, you know what I just thought of? Do you think they had anything besides the silhouettes? Like, they released them not as a secret, but just because, like, okay, now we finished them.
It's like all we had.
Oh god, it's so
I was
fucking...
kind of hoping that Team Instinct would get Lieutenant Surge, but I guess not, huh?
No. It's all lining up. Just everything that's falling into place is Instinct is a joke.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, best thing they can do is Instinct is the result of all of the server issues and this whole tracker thing, and they sent the cease and just blame everything on Instinct, and we'll roll with it.
I went to a bar last night, and there was a gym there. That was Instinct. And I showed it to my girlfriend. I was like, "Hey, you see this? There's a glitch in the system right now."
Let's go fix that
And I
problem.
fixed that problem. I made it the right color. Fucking hype shirt.
Team Mystic, represent.
Got a cold.
Team Mystic thinks they're pretty smart, but I used them to take one of my own gyms today, so... I couldn't train it because the Pokemon in the gym was too strong for me to beat, and you only get one Pokemon when you're training against a gym. So I pointed it out to a Team Mystic who took down the gym with his full team of 6, so I could take it from him, because I get a team when I'm fighting my other team.
That's despicable.
It's a very Team Valor thing to do.
Yeah, go Valor.
What else we
I
got?
didn't come here to make friends. I came here to win. PS4 software update beta is announced. I signed up for that. See if I can get into that. This seems like it's going to be similar to the Xbox One update. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe not as big because Xbox changed a lot of the fucking shit they were doing,
that's what I heard.
and PlayStation hasn't really changed their shit since the PSP.
Pretty much.
The interface.
Pretty
anyway.
much.
So I'm not bringing anything different like that, but it's it'll be interesting to see. Seems like they're doing a beta, so probably a fairly big overhaul.
Yeah.
That might be cool, nice little update.
Ultimate Alliance Collection released, and it's absolutely messed up on the PC.
It is broken as
It was
shit.
broken on PC before. It is still broken as fuck now.
They did not fix any of the problems. It is
Nope.
exactly the same as it used to be, except now the second one also has the same problems.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And in my recollection, the second one had issues anyway, like on console. I had a lot of
I think I remember that too,
issues
actually.
with the missions, starting missions.
I
people
never
running
had
around.
that, but I also played it on the Wii.
Yeah, you.
Oh yeah, yeah,
in a
you were
weird
good.
camp.
Yeah, you were
I had to
fine.
pretend I didn't know you for a little while.
But yeah, like I'm not surprised. But I hope that the way things are going, they need to make sure if there is a third one coming that they actually do a good job with it.
I'm
But-
about a third of the way through on the Xbox One version of the first one, and that's going perfect so far.
Okay,
So
good.
I haven't tried the second. I don't know if there are problems with it.
Goodness. I'm excited for because I like these types of games and I wish we had more of them. I don't understand why we don't,
I
but
was a little disappointed that it didn't come with the DLC characters.
really,
Yep.
you can buy them.
What?
Because back when the first game came out, there were specific DLC characters, Magneto and Venom and so forth, that you could get, and then their license expired because the game studio didn't have the license for Magneto or Venom anymore, so you couldn't buy the
Right.
DLC anymore.
Wow.
And then I guess they didn't bother to re-up for this re-release.
Nah, we good. We'll deal.
All right, I got some other stuff. So real quick, Life is Strange getting a live action series. That's cool. That's a neat little thing.
It's been the whole Life is Strange situation has been pretty awesome. That a game that's kind of that normally would kind of fall by the wayside and have kind of a cult
Yeah,
following
really.
kind of
Yeah.
blew up. All
I mean, it's a
Absolutely.
great game. It absolutely
Oh, yeah.
deserves it.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is it? Capcom sales have dropped 25%, and they said it was due to focus on minor titles, such as Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney and Umbrella Chronicles.
And also shitting the bed on Street Fighter.
oh yeah, that's
I think they said something about Street Fighter sales not counting towards whatever something. I don't know. It was some weird stipulation that was revolving around that. But the fact remains, you shit the bed with Street Fighter 5.
yeah, they did.
Like, yeah.
Fucking ego can't save your ass. This is I more want to bring this up because it ties in with a joke I have. Pokemon Go Plus was delayed until September now. It's not going to come out in August, and I don't know why that surprised anyone. We know that Nintendo cannot manufacture any kind of plastic anything.
It was supposed to be in July, so that's another pushback.
Yup. Oh my god, yeah. What the fuck? Can I not learn to manufacture shit? At this point.
They did figure it out with the amiibos, but then people stopped wanting them because they weren't rare anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really shit the bed on that deal. That
That's
could
the
have been
trouble,
an ongoing
because as
market.
soon as Nintendo makes enough of something, people don't want it.
Yeah. Nintendo Wii.
Sony has shipped almost 44 million PlayStation 4s. That's neat.
Yep, their business is continuing to surge.
Yeah, we're not seeing any. When did the PlayStation 3 start to overtake? It was about 4 or 5 years. No,
It took a while.
Not overtake, but when did it start like outpacing Microsoft month to month? That was about 4 or 5 years into the life cycle, right? It's around 2010.
took a while to catch up.
2011.
And then, I don't know, I can't remember. I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, but I feel like PlayStation was doing a hell of a lot more. Like I was arguing I felt like a fanboy back in the day, but I felt like Sony was doing a lot more. They were working a lot harder than Microsoft is now.
When you're
To get
behind,
exclusives.
you have to. And Microsoft kind of was doing that with this generation. They did a pretty significant turnaround after they shit themselves in E3. And they did a good job. They're still doing a good job, but I guess in the fanboy arena, the whole play on Windows 10 kind of deflated their momentum to a degree. Because everybody feels like everything's not exclusive. Because being exclusive is such an important thing.
Yeah.
I don't remember whether I talked about this in the E3 podcast, but I mean that's what you kind of have to do when you are behind. You have to change the game
Yeah.
a little bit, and PlayStation is winning in this iteration because they have the game fucking locked down.
They do.
The only thing Sony
I
has
think
locked down.
I think Microsoft's about to make a really big mistake with Scorpio, though.
Okay.
And that's not a good thing to do when you're behind already.
Uh,
Even though, like I said on the other podcast, they're all printing money.
I feel like Microsoft would be doing a lot better if they did anything at all with their Windows phones, because then you'd have a lot more connectivity.
Those Windows phones are terrible. I was stuck with one for a couple months. It's so bad. Granted, it was one of the lower tier ones that they have, but still not up
That
there.
doesn't matter. They don't have apps.
Yeah, exactly. That was my problem. I hated
It doesn't
so
matter
much.
how high tier your phone is if it doesn't have apps.
in news that makes us smarter than everybody else, Game of Thrones did announce that the 8th season will be their final season. Which,
Cool.
if you kept
Excellent.
up with interviews, like I said, we were fucking talking about that. We broke that news. And I'm going to read this through real quick because I didn't really see this, but Xbox One just put out the new update. It's got Cortana. It's got customizable background music. So now we can say, hey, Cortana.
Oh no, really?
I really want my fucking Xbox to just stop listening to me when I say the word Xbox. Actually, the fact that it's not
Turning on right now.
Xbox on. Oh, thank God, it's not listening right now.
So the thing that bothers me about putting Cortana on that system is that I've got it on my computer, which is in the same room as that system. So if I try to activate it,
You're fucked. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, jeez. Sorry, I kind of wanted to run through this news because we're already kind of running behind, and we still have some
we're
other
running
stuff.
long, but that's because it's been 2 weeks since
Yeah.
we've been here.
Yeah, and that's and what you call it? I wanted to still get to. I want to say the word whatchamacallit 4 times.
That's what you wanted to do.
I wanted to get to you because you saw 2 movies,
Yes.
very recent movies, and I want you to be able to talk to them. Did you get to get into Star Trek this week?
I did not go to Star Trek because I didn't feel like it.
Oh my God, I felt the same. And apparently,
It's great.
yep.
It's great. It's really, really good.
So he's saying good things about it.
I will not
He also
spoil it.
says good things about Batman vs Superman.
Oh, that's true. Your opinion is invalid. That's fine. What was good?
I don't want to spoil it for you guys because
Well, what's good about it?
first off,
Is it a Search for Spock remake?
no.
Okay, then it's great.
Yeah, it's definitely not that. Just oh my goodness, where to begin? Justin Lin did a great job. Justin Lin directed this one.
This is the first one, right?
This is his first one.
Fast and Furious director.
Yeah, which he kind of saved the Fast and Furious franchise.
He did.
He definitely did. Look into
Fast
that.
5, right? Or
No, he
4?
started at 3.
He did Tokyo Drift.
Yes,
You
they were
think
actually
Tokyo Drift saved.
they were tanking. I didn't even know this, but he actually saved them at 3. They were falling off, and
I mean, that one
they were
was
kind of at risk of
it's
ending.
Pretty fucking stupid.
It's
Well-
actually pretty good.
The
The only bad part about it was Bow Wow. Seriously.
Goodness or stupidness being relative, it still saved the franchise.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
like
fine,
it
that's
saved
fine.
the franchise, and he has turned it into a $1 billion thing. So I was excited for him to get this opportunity with Star Wars. I just didn't know what to expect. Everybody else was like, Fast and Furious in space. It is not that. It is definitely not that.
So you're saying there's not a scene where they fight a tank on the highway?
You're saying
Well,
there's
actually,
not a
that
scene-
is there.
So you're saying there's not a scene where they drive a car through 2 buildings that
And
are...
drag a safe.
Yeah, drag a safe. You're like, wait,
Think
those
about
are in
it.
there too. This is just a remake of Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious, the abridged series.
The thing about a space fight is that the space always wins.
Well done. Well done.
You win, okay, you win. You surrender.
He did a really good job. We got a lot of experiences from each one of the cast members. Like, it was pretty well divided amongst everybody.
Okay.
Saying Justin Lin
John
should-
Cho's character.
You say
I can't
Justin Lin
remember.
should
Sulu.
do Infinity Wars, right?
What?
Justin Lin should direct Infinity Wars?
No.
Damn. He's dividing characters evenly.
I'm already excited for the Russo brothers doing it, though.
Yeah.
Like, I would love for Justin Lin to do a Marvel movie. Yes. That'd be great. Give me more. But Russo brothers, they have a good track record right now. But back to the movie. Sulu gets really good screen time. Chekhov gets really good screen time. Rest in peace to him. I don't know if you knew that he passed.
Yeah.
But
Didn't a car get dropped on him?
No, it was the stupid. His car was running, and he got out for something, and it rolled down the hill, and
oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know how he had passed. But he his character had a lot more screen time in this one, which was really awesome. Scotty had about the same as always. He was just comic relief. It was cool. But the conflict was really well done. The story was well done. The action was great. The cinematography was great. It was really cool seeing the Enterprise get destroyed, which was a really big deal for this movie. That actually is what Justin Lin said got him the job to do it when he was talking to Abrams. When they asked, like, what would you do?
I mean,
He
I
said,
guess
"I'm
it's
gonna
been
destroy
5 movies. It's time.
Yeah, right. He said he's gonna destroy the Enterprise, and it was pretty cool.
They have to
how
do
it went
that
down.
every 10 years, or it doesn't count.
But the movie was great, and then the other movie I saw, Jason Bourne. I'm a big Bourne fan, guys. Really
Okay.
big fan.
Now, real quick, I'm thinking of a very biting statement, bitch of a statement you could make, and I'm praying that you say it, because I know your opinion on it already. Come on, do it. Come on. Think of those biting pun you can think of.
pun. I didn't have a pun for this.
Jason Bourne, more like Jason Bourning.
No, I wasn't gonna do that.
This
But
is-
I do have another binding statement.
Oh.
Bourne Legacy was better than this movie.
Ooh, that's ooh.
As a person who's never seen any of these movies, can you tell me why it
That
was
is a
Matt
binding
Damon and then suddenly it was Hawkeye and now it's Matt Damon again?
Okay, so first three Bournes, fantastic, did really well. Damon would not do the movie without the director from the original three, his Green something, I can't remember his name. And I think there was some scheduling conflict with it also, but Bourne prints money, so they did it with Renner.
Right.
I guess to show that it can print money and get Damon and that director back. Now, a lot of people hate the movie, and I also learned a lot of people that hate the movie didn't fucking watch the movie because it wasn't Bourne. But, I mean, I understand that gripe, but you have no opinion on the movie. You didn't go see it. They actually did a really good story that tied into the Bourne universe.
Okay.
They didn't, like, make him Bourne just for one movie.
Okay.
It actually had its own story.
Follow-up question, is that the Hawkeye movie we've all been waiting for?
No,
Oh,
no, and it's because
nah.
if he had
Greengrass.
Paul Greengrass, he had a supplement that he had to use to be as badass as Bourne.
He had a
was.
magic pill?
He had He had two magic pills. They couldn't work without each other.
Ooh.
The injustice of it all.
And I hate that I just said that because it makes the movie sound so much worse than what I just said. But like, it's a good movie. It's by no means better than the first. Well, I think it's better than the second one, but it's not better than the first three movies altogether. It was not a terrible movie. It just was not Bourne. This was Bourne, and it was stupid at times. Like, the writers kind of just got lazy, it seems like, towards the end, where they just needed to get some tech for Bourne, and they just put him at a fucking convention, and he grabbed tech off their display tables that they were having there.
You mean like
That
in Paul
happened to-
Blart 2?
I didn't see that, but if that was a thing,
There's a
then
scene
it is.
because he's going to a security mall cop convention, and so at the end of the movie, he just goes in and he starts taking stuff off the table so he can gear up.
Yeah, he did that. He totally did that. He. All right. So one thing that he grabbed was like, it looked like this, and it could record audio. It could like amplify audio.
So it was this.
Yeah, it does the exact same thing. It amplifies audio from a certain distance, and he listens to it in his headphones. The other thing, though, was a little like coin-sized thing that you put into someone's pocket that can track them. But here's the thing: so he grabbed that, but there was nothing else like attached to this particular thing that seemed like it would make it work. He just put it in there, and he pulled up his phone, and he saw where they were.
Spider Tracer.
It was a fucking spider tracer, and yeah, and you can't. They couldn't do the ending sequence without those two things. They couldn't even do the epilogue to the fucking film without the damn voice recorder thing. And I was like, guys, what the fuck are we doing? Like, why did this even happen? Why did this have to happen? And also, you haven't seen the Bourne films. Do you kind of get the
Not
gist
any.
of what they're about?
As I understand it, in the first three, he's an amnesiac running from the government who created him.
Yes, that is exactly what it is. In the
Total
third, in
recall.
the third movie, I remember everything.
Right.
The writer, I made this joke
That's
on
what
Twitter.
writers-
I made the joke on Twitter. It was like, with this Jason Bourne movie, it was like, Jason Bourne, I remember everything. The writers, oh, no, you don't. Like, they, like, just completely wrote in this thing. Like, you remember a good majority of it, but not this plot device thing that we have. And I was just like,
And that's from Arrow. These guys really didn't make an original movie, did
no,
they?
they didn't. And it was just after the first three movies, and even with some things they set up in Legacy, they had so many directions they could have gone with this movie, with Bourne being who he is and why they're chasing him and everything and wanting to bring him in. And they just were like, you didn't remember everything. Let's chase him down and do the exact same series of things we did before.
So
with the
we
movie.
agree. Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 is the fifth best Bourne movie.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, jeez.
New title for the show. Paul Blart is Jason Bourne.
Okay,
That's
so
all I got.
Two things. Well, not exactly. So because in this time span, we haven't talked about 2 games that we both played together.
Oh, I was saying I don't have anything on those movies.
Yeah.
We definitely gonna talk about one of those games.
So first on Inside, we had the gameplay on, and afterwards, me, Profex, and Hunter kept playing the game.
And finish the game.
It was a really, really good game.
And then it ended.
No, that sounds too generous. Until the end.
I was describing on the other podcast. I was telling them that we played it, and this is kind of how it went. Things kept happening that were really interesting. It was like every second we were like, "What the fuck? What is this? What the hell? Why does this work? Maybe this is what happens." And then you get to a point at the end, we're like, "What the fuck?" And then there's silence as we go through this entire thing, and then it ends. And there's silence in the room as we try to process what the fuck we just played.
Like, we're all trying to be I think all 3 of us are trying to, at the same time, like, okay, who can define it first, and then who's the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
And we went to the secret ending. We didn't get it, but we watched it.
We watched it.
And
It
I get
frames
some
it.
of it. I get it's. I don't want to sound pretentious and be like I get it because I can't really explain it on camera.
I can explain this. I can explain my issues with Inside. While the secret ending does put things in perspective on the whole of your experience, like anything could have happened in this gameplay experience, and then it makes sense to us after we end because they say blah blah blah. You're controlling this by this way, but there are things that happen while you're playing that are not explained whatsoever. That
The mermaid.
The mermaid.
Yeah. What the.
The constant explosions that you're surviving,
Yeah.
and like the way they frame the way the gameplay goes, it seems like they're going to explain these things at some point, but they don't.
They really don't. I'm gonna call it the lost of video games, where it's a lot of questions that keep you invested, but at the end it's just a whole. It's a question that you can interpret the answer a little bit of,
Right.
a lot of interpretation, and to me that's not a great narrative. The end of Limbo is still kind of, I mean, it's a little bit more symbolic, especially because you're playing and it's got a little bit more. And in the very end of it, I kind of explained this to you guys. I'm going to spoil Limbo 2008. Come on, guys. Where at the very end of it, the entire level is kind of bouncing around, and you have to time your jumps according. And the interpretation of that is that, because you hear apparently car screeches in the background, is that at that point you're psyching, you're in a car crash. And the sister that you're looking for is you kind of playing out, well, where is she, and then you're kind of going through your own experience again. It's a cool interpretation, if it's true, and there are things that can back up that interpretation. With this, it's a whole lot of, yeah, that could be it.
Yeah, there's this whole meta theory for you controlling the character, and the thing at the end was actually controlling the character, and the thing at the end was controlling you as you control the character, and that's cool. That's cool, but that does not answer questions for a lot of the other shit that we saw in that game.
Now, narratively, I don't recommend it, but gameplay-wise, and
fun.
atmosphere-wise, sound-wise, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Can I just...
It's just I was gonna say, it's just like with Lost, like collectively it's bad, but the first 4 seasons were fantastic. Like, it's a really, really well done, and you will watch it every episode. But after that, no.
Okay. This might just be a minor thing, but it brought up something because when you said, I really, really don't like secret endings ever. If it's a narrative game that changes based on your choice, that's fine. But if it's the ending of the game that explains everything and you can only get it by getting a cheat, no.
Exactly. If I have to get the secret ending to understand it, like, if I finish the ending and I have a really, really good understanding of most of the game, I'm cool. And the secret ending adds a couple layers to it. But if you have to have that secret ending to connect the dots in any way, I'm not down for that.
And you had to find the 14 orbs in this game to unlock the secret.
Yeah, see, that's... Come on.
No. Yeah, or whatever.
That's the dumbest.
That's definitely, that's supposed to be there for replayability and shit like that.
I mean, you want to do that, okay, give us a little... the orbs are this other thing that's totally weird and you could have seen it, but you... No.
Or unlock, you should have... Because even, like I said, if you just took Limbo at face value, it was still this really cool thing. Maybe with a little bit more, but you're still, like I said, you're still a child. You can still interpret that as just losing your innocence in this big dark world.
Right.
And it's just an exploration through and you find your sister kind of at the end. And but this has nothing.
Yeah.
This has really kind of nothing. I mean, it's something. It's definitely something. It's a big ball of something.
It's a question mark.
It's a big old question mark.
For me,
It's definitely unnerving too. Like,
oh
right there
yeah,
at the end. It's a very
yeah. I mean, it grossed me out in earlier moments, but then that last moment, like I had the stink face the whole time it was happening. But we
That
couldn't
must
stop
be a good
playing.
game.
Yeah, because it was so gross, but it
If-
was so interesting.
If a game is supposed to make you feel something as a piece of art, then it definitely is art
that.
out the way.
yeah, and
Oh, that's perfect then, because you're not supposed to understand art.
damn it! Don't justify this for them.
They did a bad thing. They're gonna watch this podcast.
I want to take this jab.
Sure.
It's the opposite of BioShock Infinite, because Infinite is completely like for it to be good, you have to get to the end. Everything leading up to the end sucks dick, in my opinion. The gameplay was not fun to me. It was pointless. Every person you encountered, not interesting. And I hate to compare it to the original BioShock, but shit, it's called BioShock Infinite. You would expect them to at least build on the things they did well in the previous games, not to.
Well, I mean, that's not what BioShock is all about.
What, building on... Wait, what?
I mean, he said the only reason he used the BioShock title is because he wants to keep the theme of exploration and continuing to see other places.
That's
It's
cool.
not related in any way outside of the title.
I'm not saying that
What
they
about
have
Big
to
Mama?
tell a similar story to the Rapture, but at least have your experiences be as deep as they were before.
Okay, it's deep. I don't know. I felt like a fucking swashbuckling motherfucker in this game.
That's what
Jump
it was
and
all
run to
about.
run.
There
Yeah,
was a
I
lot,
feel like
a
that's
lot
what
of
it was about.
fast-paced combat gameplay that,
Yeah.
Seems so pointless.
which is perfectly fine on its own. It's just not the same as other BioShock.
I feel like this has been brewing for a while, and like I think I've diffused
But
it on 3
no,
podcasts
you
in a row.
haven't, because then you have to. All right, riddle me this. In a place where all of
Does
your
that
vigors.
mean I have to give you a riddle?
No. Maybe. No, because he said it. I have to tell the riddle. In a place where the vigor is just so openly available, why weren't they used?
By the citizens?
Yeah.
Because it was a sin.
That's actually. Yeah, you know.
So
I
everybody was saintly.
I mean, it feels like every villain or bad guy that had it was pretty fucked up. Like it was
No, I mean the flame people just
Corroded.
were like
on fire.
just flame people. Just use flames. I guess they only had one pocket for one vigor.
There's another game that came out that much recently than 2012 that we should also talk about. Fury. Fury was an arcadey boss battle-y, the anime that I always wish I had growing up.
Bullet Hell masterpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really fucking great game. It's free on PlayStation Plus this month if you can.
Oh, if you're watching this now, then it's not anymore.
Oh fuck!
It's not free anymore.
You better pay that $25.
It's worth.
The only thing I hate about that game is that I didn't get more with those characters because it's all bosses, and it's really fun.
Yeah, your piece. Even if they wouldn't have had the dialogue moments and story that they did have, the combat and the shooting and everything is absolutely fantastic. But if you pay attention to the dialogue, there is a world that they are building in these conversations and a conflict that they're building that is very fucking interesting.
So I missed playing Fury with you, but if I may, you hated Bangai-O, and that was a bullet hell game. So what differentiates the robot game with all the missiles?
That one, because that one fucking sucks. This is
That's what I'm asking. What differentiates the two if they're both bullet hells?
Balance, because it's not just a bullet hell.
it's not a bullet hell shooting. It's a combination of. It's a combination of perfect dodging, which I love. That's why I love the very crappy Killer is Dead, because the dodge is so fucking good in it. I think I've talked to you about, I don't know what it is, but perfect dodges in games I fucking love. I love that in Darksiders 2. I love the fucking dodge in that. I love Batman's shit.
The perfect dodge, perfect parry.
Yeah, perfect parries and shit. I it feels so good to do that. And although it is a bullet hell, there are only
certain people use that.
Yeah,
a lot more than
I
others.
mean, it's heavier on the back end, definitely. But it's not like a fucking. It's not. It's an arcadey type gameplay, but it's not an arcadey give me more quarters like that fucking game was, despite being on a fucking console.
Yeah, because it has moments. The way it is structured, it is slightly more forgiving than bullet hell arcade games. Because when you make the mistake, you immediately get back into this, having known what the mistake was that you made, and giving it another shot. I think it's like, what, 3 chances? Basically?
3 chances, yeah.
But each time you take down one of their life bars, you get that chance
You get another
back.
chance back.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, so it's much more about getting good.
Yeah,
It's
like,
a very get good game.
when I talked to Emmerich Thoa, one of the
That's right. You
I interviewed
Professor
them
did an
before.
interview with the creative designer of
Yeah,
this.
because when I
director.
saw the game itself, I was like, "This looks really cool." The art style is great, which turns out is the artist that did Afro Samurai.
Yeah.
So automatically,
Great.
it's great. And
You
I
could
was
have
like,
just
this-
mentioned that, and I would have accepted that explanation.
oh, well, there you go. It's like, yeah, there you go, right there. But I was like, I'm just curious about this because it looks like such meshing of so many different play styles. And that's what they were going for, and they wanted to give you every ability from the open of the game. This is not about farming XP and learning, like going through a skill tree. These are your abilities as this character who's a complete badass. Master those abilities and fight these bosses.
And then it's
that's
about
what they want.
you figuring out how to master his abilities.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like their tutorial is their tutorial like there's not a tutorial and then you go fight the bosses. There's just a first boss. And you better figure the shit out.
Oh, I mean, there are 3 life bars of this is how you do this. This is how you do
Yeah,
that.
like you have to
And
take him down
like
for
his
these
other
things.
3 or 4 life bars, you have to figure out how to fucking do that.
Yeah, it's just like they throw you right into it, and it
And if
fits
you're bad
the
like
narrative.
me, I did that tutorial like 4 or 5 times. I hate him because he went through I think 4 bosses without dying, without game overing once.
Yeah, I made it to the 5th one. And
Yeah, so
she
technically,
fucked me
I
up.
just watched him play. I didn't play it, but it's still probably on my top 5 of the year so far.
Yeah,
just
but-
watching playing.
Yeah, because he also got to see the story unfold. Which another friend of mine was playing it. He said it didn't draw him in. Which this is a very specific type of game that you have to enjoy. But he wasn't drawn into the story. Get past the second boss. Something in the dialogue, if you're paying attention, clicks, and for us, that's what it did at least. And it made us start questioning a lot of shit in that and everything that's going on in a very interesting way.
Now is where I say, speaking of inside, Fury's ending.
Fury's ending is wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
It's
It's pretty good, but then they're like technically the secret ending. But I mean, it's very easy to get to. You just have to wait for the credits to roll, and then you just.
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's not well, you didn't defeat this boss by dodging this many times
Yeah.
to get the secret ending. It's just like the credits roll and there's more to learn
Okay.
from this people because it's like
Yeah.
you're a prisoner. I'm not going to ruin anything for you. You're a prisoner. That's what the whole process is. You're getting out of this prisoner area that they've made for you.
And
you have to go through
and
people. to get to
someone
it.
has freed you, and the whole time he's talking about like, I didn't have any other choice but to use you.
Yeah, to get out myself.
Yep.
And when you find out, like for the most part, you will piece everything together before you walk out of that prison area.
Yeah.
But the additional part, just like we were talking about with the secret endings, it adds more flavor to it. To me, I thought it was pretty great.
Now it's funny. I say this is the anime I always wanted. It gets very anime at the end.
Oh, it does.
It
That
gets
is very
pretty
true.
fucking-
It gets super
Like unapologetically anime.
There's a mech. There were no mechs before this point.
Like I'm trying to think. Honestly, I think Trigun is probably the best. Like
Yeah.
the fucking route Trigun goes right there at the end.
It's
That's how
just
fucking weird
it takes
out of
a
left field this
turn.
goes.
Yeah, because like we're going through this free area, and I'm like, oh fuck, this is cool. And
Yeah.
you talk to the guy, this is cool. Let's go to this little spot over here. Go up an elevator. Get in a mech.
What? Go
Into
to space.
What is happening right now? But
Get a mega laser.
yeah, but once you get to where the thing is going, then it adds another layer to the story.
Yeah.
And
you're
then you
like,
take over the moon.
Don't want to spoil anything.
there's a Mass Effect God baby, is what it is. but
Oh, I was going Gurren Lagann.
but it adds.
That's pretty accurate too.
They honestly they could have ended with you going into that world and talking to that guy and be
Yep.
done. and the story that you already have in mind
Would
is
have been
there.
a little bit okay.
Right. But you understand your main character's role and why he was there and why he was in prison. This extra moment just adds additional reason to why he was there. It gives the verbatim, like it takes the abstract out of it. It's like, this is why. These are the people that he served. That's it.
Yeah, and it's really good. I recommend it.
Yeah. And you're giving
I
it a
recommend it
choice.
for the gameplay alone. Same thing with and this one I actually do. I like the little hint. If an arcadey type title like this is going to have a story, it's a good story.
Yeah, like if you're going to give me this kind of experience where most of the games like this that sell don't have anywhere near as much of a story, then I'm all for
This
it.
would have been a
This
fun-
had more story than Devil May Cry, and like they're much longer.
And you can, if you're good at this, would you beat it in 5-6 hours?
No, it was like 3 or 4.
Was it really?
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah, it was like 3 or 4 hours that I
11
finished it.
No,
in.
it was like you game over like 5 or 6, and we finished it. I left at midnight.
Okay.
Time.
Yeah, I guess maybe
It was-
5.
Yeah, and you were pretty good at it. Honestly, you were good at it for a.
Yeah, I didn't suck until the 5th person.
Yeah.
Like
Fifth
that.
out of 9.
After that, I did pretty good,
Or 8,
but that
I can't
5th
remember.
character fucked me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's
my
definitely
goodness.
recommend it.
Tugs on your heartstrings too when you realize what's
Yep.
going on in the final Guardian, which I will not spoil at all.
Oh god, that was so fucking good. Any other games get played this week? This 2 weeks?
Just Ultimate Alliance.
Been playing Endless Legend and Civ 5, 2 4X strategy games, and a little bit of Pillars of Eternity, trying to clear my backlog before No Man's Sky.
Oh, you know what? That's not true, because I was playing Overwatch since they rebuilt Diva.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How is that?
Oh yeah, that's right. They broke Diva in the best way for you.
Have you played with
Or
a
in
new
general.
character?
What's up?
Have you played with a new character?
I'm not really a fan of her because she doesn't... She's a sniper, but she doesn't
She's
get
a healer.
headshot damage.
Yeah, she's like half in both camp, right?
Yeah,
She's
she's,
got-
I mean,
she's a support.
She is a
sniper.
healer, and that's fine, but what bugs me is that she's a sniper who doesn't get headshot damage. You do the same damage no matter where you shoot anybody. There's no critical healing, there's no critical hurting.
Is she using bullets? Is it bullets?
Biotic shots.
Okay, that's weird.
But apart from that, it really, really bothers me that she's a sniper who has very low mobility. She doesn't have any kind of movement speed. She's one of the slowest characters, and she can't climb things.
It's very anti-sniper.
but she's also not that great of a healer. Like there are better healers. Like
No,
Lucio
you
and
can't.
Mercy are both better healers than her, right?
You can only have her as a healer if you also have another healer.
So it's So
Pretty
she's
useless then.
I feel like. And
It's a cool concept.
No
She's
offense to
great
anyone that
as a
plays-
secondary support healer. When you have her and another healer at the same time, it's amazing. But you can't have just her.
Okay.
Even
what I-
2 of her doesn't work.
From what I understand, like she's no offense to Mario players, she's like Mario, like balanced in just about every way. Nothing spectacular, but nothing extraordinary.
Fair.
So, all right, and with that, it's about that time.
Yeah.
I've been Russell.
I've been Profex.
And I've been Zeb.